Winslow.
Good luck, Winslow. And she skedaddles on out of there. And you are left at the table and paying for the 2 drinks that she ordered.
Yeah.
She
on,
leaves.
Come on, Winslow, we're not paying for these drinks. Let's get out of here.
But wait, Miles.
Yeah.
This lady just gave us an offer to go on 2 different adventures to get some money.
I glance at the proposal, which I assume is still on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I glance it over and say, looking for a cat? It's a waste of time. What's the other one? Guard duty. 5 sheep and me. That seems like a waste of time too. Come on, Winslow. We're bodyguards for a prince. What time could we waste for looking for a cat or escorting sheep to Berry Valley?
Well, I thought it may be worth the money. Apparently not to you.
No, not to me. She's a scam artist. She probably what does she get at? Why did she come up to us out of all people? Come on, Winslow, think.
She thought we looked like the adventuring type.
We look like anybody else out in that market.
Says you.
I guess you look a little distinct, but yes, says me. I
Well,
mean, look,
then
she
what-
even stuck you with the bill. You're paying for her drinks now.
Well, then what would you like to do, Miles?
Wasn't there someone getting kicked out of this place earlier?
Maybe, I don't recall.
Let's
I
go
think
find
she-
them.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So you guys walk on out. And she's gone. Not walking with him anymore. And you see Haribo still talking at the Wendy's stand. And you see the guy right here that she was kicking out, essentially. Kind of kicked him down.
This one?
Yeah, with the arrow and such, little bow and arrow. He's like he's like still sitting there and just like stretching and kind of, you can tell he's had a few drinks in him, for sure.
Alright, well, let's drag him into a back alley. Winslow, help me out here.
Fine.
Alright, and he's like, hey! He's gonna try to do a strength check against you.
Yeah, that seems about right. Do you want us
Roll.
to, do you want us to
Yeah.
beat that, or...
Yeah. Oh yeah. In case you tie, you never know.
I literally cannot tie that.
You never know.
No, I have a mod of 2, so I can't tie it.
So he drunkenly fails. Very obviously fails. And what alley are you guys pulling him into?
What's the most discreet one?
None of them in this area, really.
Oh, well,
But-
we're gonna have to go away this then, but let's start
I
going
mean-
this way first.
Yeah, we could just say this one. You go further down away from the alleyway.
Alright then.
And, yep, you guys can now have your way with him.
Alright.
Read them up.
No, we're just gonna inquire about Kate. We're gonna learn more about the Adventurers Guild. What kind of adventures they do, anything worthwhile, why he got kicked out,
Yeah.
how he came to be in the Adventurers Guild. That's a good start, you know?
Okay.
And
So
then
he's
beat
sitting
them up.
there. He's sitting there like, what am I supposed to be answering? What? Who are you people?
Look,
Who
we're
are
just
you?
friends. Yeah, who are you?
Oh, my name's Jonathan. Jonathan Mihak.
You got any friends or family in this area?
Brother. My wife went to Benedict with her, lover. So,
Oof. That's, you hate to hear that.
it's okay. It happens. Unfortunately.
You'll get a new wife. prettier too.
Yeah, sure will. Hick?
Sure you will.
A hick? As he just like hiccups and almost like vomits. But what about the Adventurers Guild?
We just want you to tell us more about it.
Well, it's essentially where people will request jobs and, you make some coin for doing those jobs. You go up to the bar and you're like, hey, I saw this on the poster. Anyone claim it yet? And if he says no, he gives you the little ticket stub. You go and meet the person, like it says on the ticket stub. And you just follow those instructions and you do the job.
Was there
You
some
got-
kind of a reward for completing a number of them? Like you got some
Yeah.
kind of notarization that you're a big shot now?
Kinda. I mean, it comes down to kind of more of a word of mouth thing, is what I hear. More so like, after you do your first two, you become an actual member, which then allows people, if they want to request you for whatever reason, they can. Most newer, lower level people do not get requests, but some do. And then as you then have the ability to take much higher jobs, because if you don't have your badge, they'll sit there and be like, well, you can't take this job. You're not a loyal member. Hick.
Do you have
And-
your badge?
Ah, no. I had just come into town. I was about to do this one job with what was her name? It wasn't that Kate girl. No, it wasn't Kate. Kate kicked me out because I started fighting with the jester, and then some other fight started in there. I guess I don't know. They're angry.
Oh.
Daniela, that's who it was. I was in there with Daniela, and then Daniela was like, I don't want to work with you. And I was like, fine, then I'll work with the jester. And the jester's like, oh, ho, ho, no, sir, a hick. Like, I don't do that. And so I told him I'd fight him, and if I won, he'd have to help me. And, well, as you saw, Kate was like, you don't fight the hick jester. So, I got kicked out.
Well,
But-
that's good information. We won't fight the jester.
No, but I haven't. Well, the thing is, I had a badge, but then I lost the badge because I tried going to Benedict to get my wife or go with their Adventurers Guild stuff because I have a badge in Benedict, but not here. So I went to come here to get my badge here so I could take more jobs in both cities and follow both requests as I travel.
I see.
But essentially, how it works, at least in Ahiak Benedict, is what happens is you get the job, you get your little paper token, you go to the person, you probably have to show them your badge, or you show them at least the paper token, and you're like, all right, let's go do our job. And then after you do the job, you come back and you get paid from the barkeep. And then from there, you do what you need to do. After you get your badge, you then, if you want a higher level job, you then show them that fun badge of yours, and then you sit there and take those jobs, and you kind of do it. You get a little notorious. Some people are repeat people, and then they may request you to do it again. Or, from there you could just start doing higher and higher level jobs, and, from there, it also helps with credentials, because some people in the Adventurers Guild just want the experience to then try to get into the King's Guard and stuff, It's kind of like base training / getting that work experience. And it's good for travelers if they have it in multiple cities, Huyuk. Because then, you can work in many cities and you can travel around and whatnot. Huyuk. But I heard some talk that something's happening in Benedict and they might close the doors. I don't know. Does not sound good from what I slightly remember. But I'm very sleepy.
Right. Before you go to sleep, so when you say you lost it, you mean physically lost it, or like they revoked your membership?
Oh no, I lost it.
Oh.
I fell in a river when fighting an ogre. I was at least mid-tier in Benedict.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, if you lose that badge, you gotta pretty much start at square one unless they know you. But I gotta get back to Benedict first. For that, I need money, which is why I was starting to work here. But then I was very sad because I got a letter from my wife, Huyuk, and her and him and Benedict, and oh my god, as he just starts like totally wailing. He's like, and then I got beat up by like a sixth grader. Ugh, this 15-year-old girl who looks like she fits in this place, like she made it.
Wait,
And,
is that Daniela or is that the jester?
No, that's Kate. She beat
Oh,
the crap out
I
of me.
see, yeah.
Look
Wait,
at me.
I thought the jester beat you up. Okay.
No, I didn't even get a chance to lay a hand on the jester before Kate just pretty much curb stomped me outside into
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
the stone. And then she sat there and dragged me out and then just tried to replace me with all these people. Yuck.
The whole time we're talking, I do want to point out that I'm hoping that we're going to a more secluded part of town, right?
Yeah, you're like in a you're far in the alleyway at this point as he is just
Okay, good.
slumped against a wall, like pretty much like drinking out of the puddle next to him, trying to get water in his system as he's just belligerently drunk almost. Just going through it. But
Well,
yeah, no.
maybe we can lay him here to sleep it off.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It's like, but
Wait!
Oh?
But
Go
I
on.
recommend working for them. They're really good, or if you got better jobs to do, you need to make that money and, you live for your families, 'cause your family's everything. You gotta live, laugh, love with your family. Yuck.
What do you know about Kate? What is her story?
She travels. I've seen her in Benedict, I've seen her in Florentine. I even think I saw her in Cuckoo once, but they went Bolton. She was traveling with some cloaked figure who, I don't know. I ran into him a few years back, and she was much smaller then, and they were much more seclusive now. But all of a sudden, she's been out and about like normal. I'm wondering where her companion went, the cloaked figure. I never knew her name. She looked exotic though. Yuck. Maybe
the-
I'll go for her.
The cloaked figure was also a she?
Yeah.
Can
Two
I
women.
do an insight to see if any of this strikes me as reminiscent of some other people that I'd heard of traveling in
Yeah.
the south?
Yeah. You can definitely do an insight.
Okay.
He's definitely telling the truth, and unfortunately, with him being as drunk as he is, he's not really giving much detail besides cloaked and exotic.
Well, mostly I'm trying to
Yeah.
insight the where I've seen her before and if she reminds me of Gilly.
Kate.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kate definitely reminds you of Gilly, based
Okay,
on
that's
that.
what I thought.
Kate is very Gilly-esque, except not in any sense proper, which I guess Gilly wasn't either, but much less proper. And as you remember looking at her, you're like, yeah, I could see Gilly looking like this girl as older.
Alright.
But just like a little, there's a few things that were off, but overall, this girl's very reminiscent of her.